Many thanks for choosing us. We begin with election headquarters because 13 days to election 2020 and the campaign trail is blazing hot. President Akufo-Addo has accused the opposition NDC for creating the biggest economic mess in the country. He says a vote for the NDC and John Mahama will witness the return of doomsday, recession and general hardship. At a mini rally at Odumase in the Lower Manya constituency of the Eastern region, Akufo-Addo said the NDC has lost the trust of Ghanaians, adding no amount of propaganda will change that.
Political leaders who created an economic mess with the worst statistics of modern times are telling us today that they are leaders we can trust. Trust to do what? To take our economy back into doomsday, to take our economy back into recession, to take our economy back into hyperinflation. Is that what we need? Is that the leadership of the country that we need? We're looking for different leadership. We're looking for leadership that is going to bring progress and prosperity to our country, not backwardness and false claims. I came here to ask you one question. You have seen my work for the last 4 years. You have seen my work. If the work is satisfactory, if you find the work has been satisfactory, what I'm asking you here, Manyakrobo, to do, give me the opportunity to continue to do my work and give the 4 more years for Nana.
The Lower Manya constituency is one of the strongholds of the NDC in the Eastern region. Speaker after speaker, including former General Secretary of the party, Kwabena Japan, wants the people to change their voting pattern.
The NPP are better managers of our economy than the NDC.
We are voting for the progress of the country this year.
2 weeks now watching the Unia Katuaba. If I say, sorry, or Probumamu has said,
Let's vote for the NPP to win Krobo seats for the very first time in the history of this country.
Monto abano, monto no kase na NDC for monto on ho asese NPP ya doso sen wo.
Still in the camp of the NPP, the party is hopeful its case to win 1 million votes and 30 out of the 33 seats in the Eastern region is on course. President Akufo-Addo, who expressed optimism, says his good works across the country will result in an emphatic win for him in the December 7 general elections, just 2 weeks away. At the start of day 2 of the Eastern regional tour at Eburi, Akufo-Addo says the NPP has the blueprint for the country's development, hence the need for it to be retained in government for another term.
We have laid the foundation for the future prosperity of Ghana. The new patriotic party has the blueprint for the development of our country. And by the end of my second term, that matter will be settled. The magistrate can say 2016, the Swami said, Babylon Tramani was a young professor, Babylon Tramani, Mamma, Motor, boom, and money.
And out to the NDC camp, the National Democratic Congress presidential candidate John Dramani Mahama says, despite a corruption tag put around the neck of his government by the then opposition New Patriotic Party, the governing party is now swimming in corruption. Speaking at an evening community engagement in the Bogatanga East constituency, he cited the Japa deal and the PDS deal as justifications for his claims. Earlier in the Ashanti region, a health walk in memory of the former President Jerry John Rawlings climaxed his tour of the region. Maxwell Agbagba has a wrap from the former president's campaigns.
Asawase constituency health walk in memory of party founder and former president Jerry John Rawlings was the last activity that ended NDC presidential candidate John Mahama's tour of the Ashanti region. His message, especially in some mining communities, focused on freeing persons jailed for galamsey as part of the mining sector reform. He said the NDC will improve the free senior high school program, but will abolish the double track system within a year and rather focus on building more schools. In farming communities, he has been promising farmers free fertilizers. John Mahama has also been touting the infrastructural record of the party in the Ashanti region, citing the KGTR market and others, stating the NDC will do more if elected. Corruption featured prominently during his visit to communities over the weekend. At Mampon, he told electorates the NDC will act on the findings of the special prosecutor on the Japa deal if persons who illegally benefited from it do not return the money if NDC wins.
We are moving to the Upper East region right now, so ahead of me you can see the convoy moving. We were in the Ashanti region earlier today, where there was a walk organized by the NDC in the Asawase constituency. What we've noticed is that as you begin to move from the greater Accra region, the compliance, the wearing of the face masks really begins to diminish. In the Ashanti region where we were, I took particular notice of that in the Ashanti region, not many people were wearing their face masks. And as we continue to move in further to the northern part of the country, to the Savannah region, to the northern region, and now to the Upper East region, not many people, are wearing the masks. And that is actually having a trickling effect actually at those community engagements where the NDC presidential candidate has been speaking. So for many of the places that we visited, the members of the campaign team, those who are with the convoy, those who are with the campaign team, you see all of them wearing their face masks. The only time you see them taking off their face masks is when they are coming to interact, with the people who are gathered. That's the only time you see them remove it. And even when they are about to speak, the microphones are sanitized before they talk. But quite disappointingly though, the people who come to listen to the message that they have for them really are not adhering to the COVID-19 protocols.
Part of his speech focused on corruption in the Bolga East constituency Sunday evening.
All you see is corruption. At the time we were in office, they tarred us with the brush of corruption. And they made so much noise about it. Today, the president is bathing in corruption. And I say that because the allegations of corruption are of people close to him. And that's why I say he's bathing in it. You can be president, there might be a CEO or something who does something, you probably are not aware, but when you become aware, you must take action against it. But when you take cases like PDS, and you hear his own brother and his cousin and others discussing how to distribute shares of PDS, then the president is bathing in corruption. We have their voices on tape discussing how somebody should reduce his shares so that they'll see how to share the thing. And the guy said, I won't reduce it. I won't go below 40%. We all heard that on the tape. As if that was not enough, then you have a Japa. And everybody associated with a Japa is close to the president or his senior associates. And the Office of the Special Prosecutor has released a damning report on a Japa. And so when we say the president is bathing in corruption, we literally mean he's bathing in corruption. But we're on a rescue mission.
Sunday was the birthday of John Mahama's running mate, Professor Nana Jane Opukwajiman. This is how he celebrated her on the last day of his tour of the Ashanti region.
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
And from the NDC's camp back to the NPP, the Vice President, Dr. Mahama says the propaganda by some people that the Nana Akufo-Addo-led government has not built a single hospital in 4 years of its tenure cannot be true. He says the commissioning of the Tolon District Hospital is a testament that truth will always triumph falsehood. Addressing the chiefs and people of Tolon in the northern region at the commissioning of a six-capacity district hospital, the Vice President said the Tolon District Hospital is one of the 6 district hospitals started 3 years ago by the government. He said government in the last 4 years has put up 844 infrastructure facilities in the health sector across the country, with 478 completed.
The Tolon District Hospital is one of 6 medical facilities which began 3 years ago. The construction began 3 years ago. And so, contrary to propaganda that our government has not put up any hospital over the last 4 years, today's event is testament to the fact that the truth always crawls, but it always triumphs over falsehood. In fact, we have put up, or we are putting up as a government, 844 infrastructure facilities in the last 3 years. 844. And 478 of those facilities have been completed.